Exactly 1 year and 14 days ago, something happened to me. After school on Friday, May 18th, I got all my friends together to play soccer. The sun was slowly fading in the sky, turning the sky from orange to red to eventually black. After deciding that we should go home, and enraged from not scoring a goal, Jake threw the ball into the woods for me to go get. Jogging over to get it, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. It was a man. I didn't notice him at first, for he blended into the trees really well. His features were masked from the quickly darkening sky. But there was something about him. He wore a black suit, as dark as the moonless night. Even though it was dark, I could tell that he had something over his face, or no face at all. His fingers resembled long tree limbs. They branched out from his hands in an inhuman way. They were long, down to about his knees, just dangling there. The most horrifying thing about it all was his height. He was at least 8, maybe 9 feet tall. Despite his abnormal appearance, his presence, it almost comforted me. Now with the ball in my hands, I bolted back to my friends, shaking. My friends asked why it took so long. I was gone for almost 15 minutes. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know who I could trust enough to even tell. No one would believe me. They would just say I was crazy. But how could it have been 15 minutes when it only felt like 3? Could that man have had something to do with it? I had so many questions and no answers. I cautiously returned home. Instead of normally inhaling my dinner like I would normally after I play soccer, I went straight up to my room and went to bed. Despite it all, I instantly fell asleep. I dreamed of the faceless man beckoning me to follow him. His grace was irresistible. He led me through my town, completely empty. The schools, the houses, even the cars were all lifeless. He grabbed me by the arm with his long tendrils of fingers. I woke up on Saturday morning to the sound of police sirens next door at my best friend's house. I rushed outside to see what had happened, but the police just ignored me. Once I finally got someone's attention, I was notified that my best friend's whole family had gone on vacation. Why would he go on vacation without telling me, I thought, and why was his whole house taped off? It just didn't add up to me, so I asked if I could go inside. And of course, I was denied access. So I snuck around to the back door. As I walked in, I could perceive something was really wrong. And then I realized what had caused that horrible feeling. There was blood on the floor, and the whole inside of the house was scorched. The inside was burned, but the exterior was untouched. At that instant, I noticed something on the wall that I'll never forget. Long, slender marks in the wall, untouched by fire. I sprinted as fast as I could out of the house, for the marks belonged to that man that I had saw in the woods. Running home, paranoid, I thought I saw him camouflaged in the trees. The entire day I locked myself in my room, thinking of what to do. I decided to go to the police station the next day and tell them what I had saw. As I walked into the police station, I felt really awkward about even being there. I went up to the counter and told them my story. It sounded like he believed me until I turned away, and he muttered, "Stupid kids, trying to get attention." At that point I knew it was hopeless. Paranoid, I crept home, taking caution to avoid any wooded areas. After passing only a few houses, it started to rain half a mile to my house. I took the shortcut through the park. Suddenly, I heard someone call out my name. I turned around and ran full speed into a tree. The tree had long, slender hands instead of branches, and he was wearing a suit.